Cleared by evidence, buried by the system. By the time Elijah Carter realized he was no longer a suspect, it was already too late. The robbery happened just after midnight at a highway gas station outside Tulsa. The clerk was shot once in the chest. No security camera inside. One outside, blurry, partially blocked by rain. Elijah's name entered the case for one reason. A patrol officer remembered pulling him over nearby 2 weeks earlier for a broken taillight. That memory became a lead. Elijah cooperated fully. He handed over his phone, his receipts, even the keycard records from the motel where he was staying for construction work. Those records showed him checked in at 11:41 p.m., 19 minutes before the shooting. The detective nodded and said, "That helps." It didn't. What helped more was a jailhouse informant who claimed Elijah had bragged about the robbery while in holding, despite the fact that Elijah had never shared a cell with him. At trial, the motel records were dismissed as unreliable because the clerk could have made a mistake. The phone location data was labeled approximate. The defense asked why another man, arrested days later with the murder weapon, was never investigated. The prosecution objected. The judge sustained. The jury never heard that the weapon had been recovered. They never heard that the fingerprints didn't match Elijah's. They never heard that the informant received a reduced sentence 2 weeks after testifying. Elijah was convicted in under 6 hours. He entered prison at 29. 4 years later, a public records request forced the release of internal emails. In them was a forensic report dated before Elijah's trial, confirming the fingerprints belonged to another man already known to police. The report had been marked non-essential. The conviction was vacated quietly, no press conference, no admission of wrongdoing. The prosecutor called it a breakdown in communication. Elijah was released on a Tuesday morning with a manila envelope and a bus voucher. The state did not say sorry. The informant kept his deal. The real killer had already died in prison. Elijah didn't lose his case because the evidence wasn't there. He lost because it was inconvenient. And in a system that values closure over correction, being clear doesn't always mean being saved. Sometimes it just means the damage is already done.